and you are all going to be kind of making your way off the ships, and I'm going to imagine that though you've just had another victory in this area, there may also be a sense of loss.
Greg has no idea that Bob's gone.
I mean, that's the
No.
thing.
I don't think
Who
any of us-
knows?
No, I think Bogrud is the only one who knows. That's why
Yeah,
I kind
was
of
too
needed.
far- My ship was too far in front to have noticed it. Yeah.
So we're just kind of like, oh,
I
No,
mean, you would all
Bob's-
get back to shore, and you would notice that there is no Bob anywhere.
Where Bob?
I don't know. Does anyone know what ship he ended up on?
No. What Bogrud got? Bogrud got arm.
Bogrud's got what now?
Bogrud has arm. Look.
Here. But I imagine that Bogwood would show you an arm which currently chewed up, bloody, and looks be similar to.
I wanna check if I can identify it.
Okay, you could roll an identification. Not an investigation. Sorry.
Yeah.
So the bits of like sleeve that are still wrapped around the arm do look similar to what you can remember Bob wearing.
I'm just gonna take off my fabulous hat. Just make sure my hair's all right. Just what a way to go. Is this all that we've got of him? Is the rest of it?
I think that's all we've got from. Yeah.
I'm now going to imagine from what we learnt last time that Bogwood pulls out the coat of many arms.
Yeah, the coat of arms.
And he is going to place this arm onto the coat and then put it back into the bag of holding.
I was going to suggest burying it. I mean, okay, maybe it's what he would have wanted.
There is leg over there. We can bury leg. You did say there was an arm and a leg.
I think that's all you could see. The rest of it was in mouths of sharks and.
Poor Bob, we hardly knew he.
Just out of curiosity. Public role, why are you asking me that? Oh, that's fine. I didn't vomit when I saw him putting a hand on.
Scott, out of curiosity, would it be the arm that had something on it that we never ever saw, that Bob kind of tried to hide? I think because he had a bandage down, didn't he?
If you're looking for that in particular, then you happy for you to roll a investigation and you can check.
They're all.
10.
That's what
you don't notice anything unusual. It just looks like a normal arm.
That's fine. Oh, got my bag of tricks to play with tonight. Those up. Oh, no.
You all right there?
Yeah, I just managed to, instead of bringing out my bag of tricks link, I did that, but I got rid of roll 20.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm a noob.
So I would imagine at this point, though, several other of the locals have turned up, and Gwenol turns up to you all, and you can see she again looks a little bit sad and also elated that the enemy have seemed to have been wiped clear from her lands. But she'll come across and just be like, we cannot thank you for everything you've done. And we cannot even come close to knowing how you would feel losing a comrade in defense of our lands. We will do what we can to repay you. Frillink isn't here at the moment. I'm sure he would like to know, but he made his way to the tower just to make sure there was nothing else there to surprise us. So he's just gone to make sure the place is clean and cleared out.
You did warn him about the barrels and the boxes.
I think Frillink will be able to handle himself. I mean, I'm sure you guys have cleared out most of anything of any kind of danger to him.
Maybe.
He did take a guard or two with him. As you know, he's a pacifist, so he wouldn't be able to defend himself very well, but...
Oh, bless his little widgersy self. Are we gathering anywhere? Because I take it we will need a rest, or have rested at this point.
Oh, well, Graham asked me earlier, I did say to him, because you've all leveled up, just take it as you are all back to full health for everything.
So is this basically kind of canonically after we've rested, or do we kind of rest now and then carry on in a sec?
What will... try to work out. Because I imagine all this...
what you wanted to do while we're resting?
No. It's just I hadn't planned for a rest as such, but I'm quite happy for you guys to put your son all up to maximum after the leveling up, and I will work it out. I mean, Gwenel's brought you some food out that's been made, and it's enhanced magically.
There we go.
And it gives you a full restoration. It kind of, you feel strength returning and tiredness leave your body.
I feel spell slots returning.
It seems a bit weird canonically to finish a battle and then go, right, we're going to go for rest for 8 hours and we'll come back and talk about this and have a funeral.
I think that's how every battle should be.
True.
I'm going to turn around to one of it's gnomes that we're with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hand them the leg and say, keep this refrigerated, we come bury this later.
Well, being gnomes here, we normally do our burials at sea, so I mean, maybe Bob
Greg chucks the leg in the water.
Bob was a man with the forest and the land. He would not have appreciated the sea.
All the more reason to throw it in water.
Now, Greg, you can't do that. The man's gone. Let any grievances go.
Any bad juju go.
A little gnome pips up and just like, we have a little wooded area not too far from here. Maybe you could like to lay him to rest there.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
in a wooded area where he's helped to defend and save an island would be a fitting tribute.
So
you make tombstone. You make tombstone and we put it there. Say, here lie Bob. He dick.
Yeah, I mean, we'll put something like that.
Thank you.
Don't put the last bit.
Don't cross Greg. Okay, I've got that.
He leads you back, walking in the same sort of areas, not as far, but towards the way you would know would be where the prison and the towers, that sort of between them two areas, and there would be a little wooded area just off the path that leads back to town. So it's not too far away where you can spend a minute or two burying, saying a few words.
I know it doesn't do any good because it's just a leg that we're burying, but I'd like to put 2 pieces of silver on the leg.
Between the toes?
Yeah. His foot might need passage.
Gotta get passage to the underworld.
Oh, Bogrud's just signed into Roll20.
Ooh.
Oh.
Bogrud smash! Callum.
He's back from
You're,
beyond the grave.
you're all there, stood at a little shallow grave you've buried, and you place a human-looking leg in there. You all stand around, maybe saying a few nice words, or maybe not so nice words.
I've
you
put
stand
silver
there.
on his toes. I'm letting it go.
I'm holding my fancy hat in respect.
I'll pick up a leaf and throw it on top of it. There's no flowers that I want to pick, so I'll pick up a leaf and throw it on him.
Ah, Bob, we are a man of few words but of great actions. You will be sorely missed in our adventuring. Fair travels to wherever you're going, my friend.
Bob, you dick. Who am I going to bully now?
Greg.
Hurry up and come
Greg.
back. Come back. I need somebody to
Greg.
abuse.
Timing.
He needs to come back. I need to abuse. Where is he? He needs to come back. Come back, Bob. Bob!
All of a sudden, you guys will hear a familiar voice, and you hear Frillink call out
Bob?
to you all. What are you doing?
We're having a funeral.
We're
I'm
burying
not
a
crying.
leg.
I'm not crying. I'm wiping my eyes.
A funeral?
Oh, Greg.
Who are you burying?
We're burying this leg. This. We were burying an arm, but strangely enough, the arm's not here. Stares pointedly at Bogrud.
Hi, Graham. We've put the arm that you found on the coat of arms. We thought that's what you wanted to do.
We're just
But then-
burying Bob's leg. But we've put 2 silver in so his foot can get passage.
But if Frillink will... I think I found something. Something you'll be eager to see.
Is it
And
Bob?
you see, just walking behind, a very familiar-looking human, half-elf even, walking towards you. And you see Bob.
Bob! This is very confusing.
Bob, you dick. You come back. Thank you.
It's been a while.
Entirely convinced that it's just another doppelganger. Bogrud's going to go and punch it in the face.
Well, Frillink, well, before you do that, Frillink will say, I found him tied up. He was tied up and locked into a chest in one of the rooms. Very confusing tower, that. I mean...
He's not treasure.
I wasn't. Yeah. Well, this is it. I heard knocking and shouting, and as I opened it up, he was laid there, tied up. He was unable to get out himself.
We should
Bob,
have
who do
known.
this to you? Only I can pick on you like this. Who do this?
The wizard. The spider wizard.
When you find him, I tell him that's my job.
We've already dealt with the spider wizard. We killed him, I think.
We did, didn't
Doodle
we?
wee.
I've had too much alcohol. I cannot remember.
I think I had a few beveraginos.
He escaped.
No,
He
no,
escaped.
he did.
He's
Yes.
going to make me his apprentice as well.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Yes,
I
Oh.
definitely pounded him into the ground.
Now, what
And then you killed
What?
him.
what Bob would tell you is, as he was walking around in the room that the doorway teleported him to, as he was walking around, he heard noises behind him. He turned around and he saw 2 Bobs.
Two
Bob?
Bobs.
2 Bobs that subdued him and knocked him unconscious, and he woke up locked in the chest until Frillink released him.
So there were 3 Bobs.
There
Bob
was 3 Bobs.
like to-
One Bob died in... as you now... This is what I was going to say. This is the way I was playing it. Is as you look at your coat of arms, the human arm that you saw there is now just a black, shadowy arm. It seems to have changed from a human arm back to what looks like a doppelganger's arm.
Oh.
I'd like to dig up that grave and take my 2 silver back.
Well, I put my hat back on, tap it in place, and go, well, we should have known because that Bob fought like an absolute pussy. So welcome back, Bob.
Bob is a pussy. But he's ours.
Yeah. He's our pussy. What?
Like, Bob,
Bob is-
lad, you're going to have to be more careful.
Bob isn't like hearing all this, and he's just like, "Why did I come back? I could have just stayed away."
The couple of gnomes that led you there are looking very confused.
Yeah. And also,
Burying Bob, but Bob's there? I don't know what's going on.
Either do we just roll with it. He's here, he's alive, we just move on.
Callum, you cheeky you.
I will come to Glasgow.
Look at you working the con like that. I got proper upset. I was like, well, it's understandable. I'm sure Callum has a lot of time. Yeah, your face. You let me ramble on like that, you utter git. Like,
I couldn't say anything.
I was being all concerned, going, well, we're going to miss him. So it's...
To be fair, I thought that Scott had completely fucked Callum off by killing him off when he wasn't there.
Yep.
When Callum said he couldn't make in real life, we had come up with this.
Yeah.
So originally it was just going to be one doppelganger leading Dolly around, and Bob was going to be in the next room because he'd gone through. But then, as Cal couldn't make it, we changed it so there were two doppelgangers.
Look, at least
now Bob and Sky Voice is dicks.
Yeah. Look, can I say, at least when I exploded, I never said that I was leaving.
That is true.
Yeah, but
I
you did
just
say there might be a new
exploded.
character.
Huh?
you made us all believe that Ripper.
You did say there might be a new character, and no, you didn't lie. There was a new character
There
for you.
was.
There was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will.
Callum, like Henrik, does not like that individual, but Callum loves that individual.
I would like to pour out my water skin that I've got. I'm just going to pour it all away and fill it up from my alchemy jug and hand it to Bob and go, you need whiskey. Here. It's some good stuff.
Can Sam intercept that on the way? Because I need a whiskey as well.
What?
So I'm going to look behind everyone. I'm going to notice the ship, and I'm going to. So we have a boat now. Or you have a boat now.
We have some boats, I think.
These
Bits
are-
of boats.
These are our friends' boats. We're just kind of on them.
Oh.
A really cool puppet. I believe Gwenol has. We have a ship. We've been repairing and fixing, and I believe she would like to offer you it as a thank you for what you have done. But
Now that's a gift.
being gnomes, we wouldn't want to give you just a regular boat. Tinkerers and inventors we are, so please, if you have any suggestions of modifications we may be able to do to this boat, we would be happy to try and make it as comfortable and useful as we possibly can for you. It will
always
take several
loved
days.
gnomes.
Is Graham still here?
No, I think he's having trouble with Messenger. He's still roll 20.
Yeah.
But I'm only carrying on just because I'm not stopping on much later than 11 tonight, and I know Cat won't be, so I just wanted to give everybody else some
That's fine.
D&D.
Yeah, that's fine.
Graham's back.
There we go.
Hi!
Hello.
Do you want
Hello.
any modifications doing to the boat? Maybe big wooden dragon wings.
You're very quiet.
It's probably just loading through. It'll sort itself out in
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah. Submarine.
I think we need some kind of escape hatch in case we get boarded. Then we can like ditch and some kind of separate vessel to make our
it's like
escape.
So it's like Davy Jones's ship, where it's like all open at the front, like a mouth.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Well, I mean,
Out a trawler system.
the size boat we're giving you, it's one of the boats that you was on yourself, Dolly, and it's not going to be.
Oh, it's not massive.
It's not a huge boat, but it's big enough for for 5.
Does it have a crow's nest?
Yes, it has a sail, and
Perfect.
there is a crow's nest there.
As soon as Bob finds out about the crow's nest, he just walks towards it and then climbs on top of it.
He will shout after you, say, "If we're modifying it, then it will not be ready to sail quite yet. But I mean, feel free to familiarize yourself with the ship as it is, and also any new ship, it needs a name."
They already have a name.
I don't know if Gwenol told you, but as we were rebuilding the fleet, this was a unfinished ship, and we've been kind of trying to boost our numbers. But I mean, with those two large ships that you guys rendered useless out there, I mean, we'll be able to repair them, and that will be a huge help to our fleet.
That's fine. It's just bad luck to rename a ship.
That's very true.
This ship has never been named.
That is perfect for us then.
Manufacture's finished when the Spider Mage and all his guards and all his men turned up, so we are just currently finishing it off.
I would like to suggest that we name it Whip.
A work in progress.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All for
Whip
that.
sounds good.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Clever
Quick.
name, my friend.
Quick to the whip.
Well, if you would like anything doing, then please feel free to let any of the shipwrights, you'll find them down at the docks. Let any of them know, and we will endeavour to tinker away. I did
I was
have
going to suggest a big fuck off net at Bob next time he falls off because he's still not entirely sure that it wasn't Bob that fell off the boat in the first place.
Roll an insight check.
I did have one idea myself.
Let's hear it.
I was thinking of, well, placing balloons hidden in the ship. So you've seen a hot air balloon?
But on a ship, that would need a lot of balloons.
Well, it would be 2 or 3, but quite large balloons.
Oh.
But they will.
I thought
They
party
will fall-
balloons.
They will fall down, and it's something we've been planning to do, trying to create an airship. And I mean, I'm quite happy for us to use that and try and find a way to make that ship useful on the sea and in the skies.
I was getting confused, and I was thinking of the mythical tale known as Up.
Yes.
But yes,
No.
So the ship can go level, the ship can go up. Can you make the ship go down too?
yes, you just put a big fuck off hole in it.
That would do it.
Looks at Bogrud. Don't do that.
With one arm raised.
No.
If you do have any ideas, do feel free to let us know as soon as possible, and we will start work on that now. I mean, again, the ship won't be ready for at least a few days, but we will put everybody on it. Well, everybody we can spare.
Can we have black sails
Yes?
just so we can run as stealthily as we can at night?
Oh, special, like sound dampening sails.
Yeah.
Is Greg getting the wrong end of the stick and readying a fireball to blacken the sails?
Did you hear the chuckle?
No, Greg. No. No.
So what do we do while
you
we
can't
wait?
suggest things like this around Bogrud and Greg because they don't really get it.
I mean, will the crew's quarters be of like very good quality as well?
It's only a small ship.
Well, there's got to be some quarters where we can rest, surely.
Oh, there'll be a place for you to rest. I don't think there'll be enough space for a room each, but there'll definitely be a couple of rooms with some hammocks and places to store things.
Greg stores and farts. He needs room to himself.
And I'm not sharing any beds with Bogrud, or Greg,
The orcs can
or
share.
Dolian, or Bob.
Really? You're gonna leave the two orcs in a room on their own
Yes.
with an alchemy jug that can be filled with whiskey?
Yeah, and who farts a lot and fires fireballs?
That's how he
So,
casts fireball. He just like.
what I'm hearing is a
We need a
fireproof
blowhole.
ship. Fireproof ship.
Fireproof shit.
Yes, please.
It would be easy, but
sort of look at everyone's spirit, so it's nice to see nothing else has changed.
No. I'm gonna clap Bob on the shoulder and be like, "Welcome back, Bob."
Bogred's still trying to give him his arm back.
I'm just gonna sort of like pat the arm down and be like, "No, I'm fine, thank you."
Greg's gonna look at Bob and go, "Look, past is past. All is forgiven. Move on. Forget. Never speak of again." And then I'm gonna try and say, "What is to do in town while we wait for ship?"
there's rebuilding that can be done. There's fishing that we are in the middle of rebuilding. But as he's saying that, will Dolian roll me a quick perception check, please?
You can. Just give me a second. Perception. An 8.
Yeah, no problem. So you, in this conversation, you don't quite notice anything at the moment. So, but I feel like any help that you can provide to the town, any skills you have, then that would be very useful.
I could
Bob can
hunt.
drink.
I can hunt for the village if you must.
Thank you very much.
How long roughly is this going to take? Because I have a strange foreboding that although the gnomes are now saved, not everywhere is safe, and I think we need to gather our pace and move on to help where we can next.
We will be working night and day. We will be trying to get it done as quickly as possible. Hopefully, a couple of days, 3 at the most, and we can modify it and try and make it special for you all.
I can't wait. I love presents.
Oh,
Ooh.
can it have the same ability as Veer's ship to go fast?
Sweet.
Was I asking too much?
We could do that. I thought you was talking about that other thing.
Ooh, what other thing?
Oh, what other thing?
Oh, well, I mean, I would suggest maybe speaking to Via herself. I do not want to give any secrets of hers up.
Yeah, we
That's
don't
fine,
want
thank
them
you.
two alone together for a while. We've got things to do. Things to do.
She's just over there, and he will point down to this ship here. No, it is this ship here, but you were all moved away. So this ship here is Via's ship.
Yeah.
Wait,
She's
which one's the
still there with I can't remember his name, but the tiefling.
Sharos.
Sharos, that's it. I've got it written down somewhere.
I think it's
But no,
Sharos.
So you will see them two on Via's boat, just doing sailory things, checking the rigging, and
Sam's going to go up to Via and be, "Hi, I'm Riv. I mean Sam."
To see the boat everyone's nearest. That's not our boat, is it?
which one?
The one that Greg, Bob, and no. See the one that Greg, Sam, and Dolian are next to.
This one.
Yeah, no, that's a gnome called Via, who's a former accomplished or worker with Dolian. That's her ship.
Fellow dodgy bastard.
Is our one at the far right?
This one here, yes, that's the one they're going to be working on.
Oh man.
It's going to be small
Size
and
doesn't matter.
nifty.
Exactly. It needs to be fast and rapid.
It's the ship itself is the same size as Via's ship. It's the same kind of boat. It's just on the map.
It's not the size, it's what you do with it that counts.
But as you all make your way over to Via's ship, though, and introduce Sam introduces himself. Via will look at Dolian and just be beckoning you onto the ship.
Boom chicka wow wow.
I go onto the ship, feeling watched.
As you go on, she will just rather quietly just say to you, "You owe me, Dolian, for that job we did. I'm calling in a debt."
Wondered when this was coming up.
I'm going to look at Sam and she's like, she whispers sweet nothing to Dolian. Maybe we should give them privacy.
Maybe, but shh, I want to see what's going on. Bob, have you got that popcorn?
And she'll say, I've found something very interesting. I don't know if you remember, but we used to talk about a lost city. City of Gold, I think the rumors called it.
Don't tell me you found it.
I haven't found it. I've found a map. But seeing what you and your friends have done here, I think you could prove to be worthy allies to take.
Definitely.
There will be a share of the rewards.
Oh, that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. I'll just need to put it to my friends and see what they say, but you've got me regardless.
How bad did you feel if all of us turned around and went no?
Well, fuck off. I've got my own side quest.
That would be fine. You guys would just spend the session doing odd jobs in the town if you wish to.
No, I love a side quest.
So I'm just going to turn around to the guys and go, right, guys, Via's just called in a favour. I need to go do this. But
just do 1 second, guys, while you talk.
I'm like, but we need you as well. There'll be rewards.
Fame
Hopefully,
and glory.
if we find what we need to find, there'll be plenty of rewards to go around.
What do we find?
Oh, so we found a map to an ancient city of gold. It's mostly regarded as a myth, but me and Vera have been chasing it down for years on and off. But this is the closest we've ever got.
Sounds like a grand adventure would make a great story.
Exactly, Sam. Exactly.
We could be world famous mythical adventurers. I can work with that.
I think if we found this, I think we would be regarded as national treasures.
Gold does not set on fire. I still try. I go with.
Oh hell, I'm in it for the fun of it.
Out of character, the temptation to fly overhead and shit on the map.
Bogrud now pigeon.
Why, oh why did Scott give you wings?
Because he asked for them, that's why.
And then just laugh like a seagull.
I mean, it's not something that needs balanced, really, is it?
But Bogrud's become a seagull. He wants to shit everywhere and kind of scream.
I know, just on Dolion for the funnies.
Right.
And on the map.
Just because you caught me thieving last time doesn't mean I'll do it again.
There'd be some splash damage.
Oh man.
Because you're a flying creature, that means you're now vulnerable to lightning.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
Is there some cone of area for what the splashback zone would be?
I think it'd be a 15-foot cone depending on height. Bogrud after all.
Constitution saving throw.
What, a DC 20?
Yeah.
DC 120.
That's what
So,
you choose that for.
Yes. Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
So, Bob, you coming with us?
Yeah. I wouldn't have anything else to do with it.
Well,
Bob
you don't
sounds
get
like
fuck
you
all
can't
treasure
be
with
bothered.
that attitude.
Sorry, mate. Been stuck
What
in
will
the
take
place
you?
for a few weeks. You know, takes out of you.
I can imagine, mate. I can imagine. So, Veer, we're all in.
Okay. And she will tell you of, well, this map is, I have good sources here telling me it will lead us to, what have it got? Agawon. And if everybody wants to roll me a history check,
Ooh,
19.
not great.
2
Well-
seconds.
Why is it giving me the option every time to whether I want to whisper or roll
Ow.
public?
I got a 6.
I was doing that too.
so
Change it.
Dolian, you already have heard of this city. You know it's sort of the jewel in any rogue's like eyes. What he wants, any rogue wants to find, you will know. And Bogrud also, you've heard tales, and it's like almost like fairy tales and songs, and just words about a ancient city, long time ago. But it did have the name the City of Gold. And this was before Evalthon is the Evalthon you know today. This is the first sort of civilized empire that ever existed, and this was their capital. And you both know that the rumors are, or the history is, that the island split down the middle by a huge earthquake, and half the island has sank under the ocean,
Ooh.
and the other half, amazing as it sounds, exploded and flew into the sky. Stranger still, there was never ever any talk from anybody, any riddle, any of the songs and myths and stories you'd heard of anything ever falling back down to the earth.
So, like a less dramatic Brexit, then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I've
How thrilling.
and then Veer will turn to you and say, I have a way to get us down below the waves.
That sounds
Ooh,
exciting.
that sounds amazing.
And she will kind of point over
Bogrud
and
has been there. It's full of sharks.
I'm afraid sharks could be the least of our problems. There are all manner of things down in the depths. I mean, turtle dragons, krakens.
The rest of Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly enough, I'm feeling a little bit stronger. I feel like I've got a bit more something about me. I think we can handle this. I'm eager for the challenge.
Well,
Greg
This'll be
wants to
all
go
right.
shopping first.
That's a point. Do we have supplies?
I have everything that we could need on the ship right now. But I mean, feel free if you wish to go stock up on anything. We will set off as soon as you're all ready.
oh, fuck that. Let's just go.
Well, Greg, do you need anything?
Just
No is the answer, Greg. No is the
Just-
answer.
Just some swimming trunks, but you have them. That is fine.
And I have something for you to wear, yes.
Perfect. Let's go.
Is it stylish?
Pretty cool.
City of Gold, guys. Come on. Let's go. Move. I want gold this week.
So you
I've never seen you so animated, Dolian. I love this.
all on the ship, you all find yourselves little jobs to do, and Veer starts directing you, acting as a captain, stern, straight orders, expecting everybody to listen, and you set sail. And you're sailing away, and
Sail
the
away,
skies,
sail away, sail away.
blue skies. It's a beautiful day to be out on the sea. The sea seems calm at this moment in time, and quite the opposite of what you've been used to for the last few days in this part of the world. And you're all at ease. And she'll tell you the location we've been given. It's not far off the coast here. It seems like it may have been part of these chain of islands many centuries ago. And is there anything anybody would like to do while you're sailing away, or are you happy just to be?
I'm going to catch some rays.
I'm up in the crow's nest, and I'm sort of just keeping.
Time do we have?
Pardon?
How much time do we have?
About an hour or two. It's the location. She will show Dolly and the map as she trusts Dolly, and you can see it's an hour or two off the coast.
Oh, not long then, not long.
Well, Sam's just going to kick back on deck and catch some rays and just chill out.
Messenger issues.
Greg's going to try and copy Sam, like the way he's lying, and just make a complete fool of it. He's going to try and act stylish. And
I love Greg.
Bob's just up the crow's nest, and he's just keeping an eye out on the waters.
No worries. So, as you're saying there, Veer will just be, she'll be she's at the helm and she's steering and compass out and leading the way, getting you to the right location. And she will turn to you all and say, yeah, this ship has never been taken. No matter what ships have chased us, we have never been caught.
Because I've not been on that opposite boat.
Oh no, do we need to swap up or something?
Move to Discord.
Can do.
yeah,
I don't know what it is.
I'm going to jump off just now, guys. I'm actually really shattered.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll just catch up with Scott later on if that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Nice
Nice to have you back, Callum.
Yep, nice to see you again.
You
Hope
take
everyone has a
care.
good night.
Look after yourself.
Well done, guys. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Right.
Who was that yawn?
That was me just going, because yeah, sorry, Kat. I wanted to say something to you, but I wanted to have the reaction of you. I'm like,
There I was with a heartfelt, genuine moment. Get me being all thoughtful of this, and you just fish me in.
You just sat there and let me slag off Bob, not even knowing that Bob was listening the whole time.
yeah, I'm afraid that's just how I roll.
What do we
I
roll?
like it.
Let me just find Discord if I can. Oh, I think I'm going to have to use my phone for Discord.
Right.
Oh, if it's an issue, we can.
Do we try another call?
Try just try another call first, see if it picks up.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Do
could
you want
do
to
that.
switch to the in real life one?
Yeah,
Okay.
can
Right.
do. Let me just.
See you in a bit.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Oh.
Hello. How you do?
I do fine. How is you?
Very good.
Oh no, this call is we seem to be rushing this call.
It's going so fast. Indeed.
It's good call. Very nice. Very
Very
nice.
All right.
Everyone doing all right?
Yeah.
Who are we waiting for? Oh, we've
Cool.
got Graham. Just waiting for Ali now.
We just thought we'd see if a different chat would work, Graham.
Okay, that does sometimes make it.
You're very quiet though.
It just takes a second.
There we go. It sounded like it got louder at the end.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm not still on a delay though, am I?
No?
I don't think so.
It's hard to tell.
I don't know. Based on when I said that and then when you all replied, I think I might.
There was a bit of a delay from your reply. So you say 1, and then we'll say 2 as soon as we hear you say 1. 2.
One.
2.
Yeah, there's a delay. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Shall we move to Discord?
Yeah.
I don't know. The delay only seems to happen when somebody else starts the call. Whenever I phone back on it, it usually works fine.
Okay,
Do you
so
want
hang
to
up
call
and you
then?
phone back.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll try it that way. Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
So, yeah, you responded immediately then, so there was no delay.
You just must have a
Hello.
special touch. I don't know.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think that should have eliminated the delay now.
How random.
Yeah, see? Whenever I initiate the call, I never have a delay, but whenever I join somebody else's, I'm always about 2 seconds behind everyone.
Oh,
Oh, just
we'll
remember that for next
time. Get out of my head.
I don't want to be there.
It's in my head. Zombie. Zombie Bob. Zombie Bob. Bob. Bob.
So,
It's Bob
what's
the
back on
Zombie.
it?
I don't know if I've missed it. Is Callum still playing from now on then?
Yeah.
Callum. What happened is, as you guys were like burying the leg of what you found of Bob, you'd found out Frillink had head back to the Wizard Tower, and he had found Bob tied up. He seemed to have been knocked out and locked in a chest
Oh no,
of some
I got
kind.
all that. I mean, with Callum's message earlier saying that he wasn't playing anymore, was that just a lie? Is he
That
actually
was
still playing?
just
Lie.
that was a ruse just to try and make you all believe that he was really dead.
All right, okay,
Cruel.
no worries.
It was Callum's idea. He said I could put a message on the group saying I'm not going to be there, just to throw everybody off.
Personally, neither I nor Bogrud would have given a fuck if Bob wasn't. Nobody likes Bob.
But I'll crack on because we've only got
Yes.
another hour and a half or so before me and Kat have to go. So, but no, Veer tells you that the ship has never been caught, and she walks across to the bow of the ship, and you all see a symbol, probably hand sort of size, slightly glowing. And she leans close to it and she whispers a word that none of you are quite sure what she says. You're not sure the language. But what you do see is slowly from the sides of the boat, slowly rising up, you just notice that the sun seems to have lost a bit of its intensity. It seems to be slightly duller, not still clear enough to see everything, but just looks different, and it slowly rises up and kind of encases above you. And then next thing you notice is the ship starts moving in a direction you wasn't be expecting, and you start sinking. And as you can see the water level rising to the side of the boat where you'd expect it to start cascading over, you see it seems to stop, and it keeps rising, but this dome that seems to be around you, it starts filling up around over the dome, and you start sinking.
Bubble.
You are in a bubble.
Bob stood there. Greg stood there just waiting to swim. He's all set and ready in his swimming position, ready to start swimming as soon as the water comes on him.
If you want to go swimming, Via will say to you,
Jump.
I have something for all of you. And she will lead you all below deck, and she will hand you all what to us would look like a wetsuit, but a very sort of tight-fitting suit that seems to be made of like a Bogrud would know best after his last, but it looks like shark skin.
Oh.
And you will see between the fingers there seems to be webbing.
How good does Sam's ass look in this? Can I roll for ass?
You can. I mean, this is a tight,
nice
fitting thing, but it goes over your current clothing anyway, so you keep all your armor and everything.
So it's a bit lumpy, but it's still fabulous.
It feels weird, but
I was hoping I'd get a nice low deception there, so I can say, your bum looks good in that. Not.
But what it is going to do, it'll give you all. Well, what you will also notice is on the chest, there seems to be a little symbol similar to that you saw Via speak into, but just a little symbol, just kind of here on these outfits. And she says a word again, a word you're not quite sure what she's saying. It's almost was it a word? Was it a tune? Was it an animal noise? You're not quite sure what it is. But what happens is the same as the boat, but from your shoulders.
Oh, I've got my amulet where I can speak other languages. Do I understand it?
Yes.
I've remembered something.
You will do, yes. You will notice it, and I will send you a message in a moment and tell you what it says. But what you notice as she says this word, though, is similar to the boat. From your shoulders, rising up, another little bubble appears. And she will tell you all that you can now... Well, it gives you all... I'm telling you this, actually. It gives you all an extra 1 to your AC. But now it also gives you a 30 feet swimming speed. And it also allows you to breathe while underwater, as well as being able to speak to each other. So you kind of... But the bubble itself, it produces its own... replenishes the oxygen, so you're not going to suffocate.
Awesome.
Question about mechanics for you. If I've got wings underwater, could I use them as like a propulsion thing to swim faster?
That's exactly what penguins do, so I don't see a problem with it as such, no.
So I'll still have 60 feet if I sprout wings?
Yes.
Cool.
But what you notice as you get changed and you put this stuff on, she will offer you all a javelin or two if anybody would like any javelins.
Oh, Via, you're treating us far too nicely. Far too nicely.
You know the 5 Ps, Dolian. Proper preparation prevents a piss-poor performance.
Does that, lass? It does that.
Hey,
Duck, dive and dodge.
hey, Via.
That's 60s.
How about you?
It's an army phrase. Don't get on at me. I had it with a colleague who said me that the 5 Ps. So if anyone wants, there's a sort of like a barrel full of javelins, and
Yeah, I'm gonna
she
grab a
will
couple of
warn
those.
you. You may find some of your weapons are less effective underwater.
I'll take a javelin.
Like fun ones I've just got.
I don't know what you've just got. What have you just got?
I've got this wonderful blade. Surely I can still stab with abandon down here as much as I can above.
That's a really, really nice sword. Can I buy it off you?
Oh, fuck no.
Fair enough. But no, she will warn you that if you're making a melee attack, well, you have swimming speeds now, so your melee attacks will work, but your range weapons has to be fired within the shorter range that they have. So if the long range where you'd be normally at disadvantage,
Yep.
it will be you will miss. But I think it's any other one, your range weapon, it's disadvantage in the water. So she will explain it's harder to hit targets with ranged weapons in the water. So, but as you make your way back onto the deck, one thing you all notice is the light seems to be disappearing. And the lower and deeper you go, the light is disappearing. It's getting darker and darker. And they will say to you all, please try not to produce any light at the minute.
Why would we produce light? Nothing's changed.
It's getting darker. You might not be able to see soon.
No, it looks fine to me.
It's getting darker, Sam. Have you picked up something new recently?
I don't know, but I don't know what you're talking about being dark. Everything's fine.
Any of the rest of you then, please. And I say you see it getting darker, and even those with dark vision will start noticing that they
Okay,
seeing
it's getting a bit dimmer.
and dimmer light. And after a few minutes, you notice that the sunlight is no longer reaching all the way down here. You are in complete darkness.
It's okay. Sun will come out tomorrow.
And you keep moving, and you can feel sinking. And if everybody could roll me just a quick perception check, I will tell you what you might be able to see.
Nothing. Oh.
Yeehaw! He worse than nothing.
Right, now my character sheet doesn't want to load.
Oh no.
We weren't meant to play today, I don't think.
No.
At the very least, I wasn't meant to play today.
We should have just stayed in that house. We should have called squatters' rights.
Yes.
That's the thing.
We didn't have any of these technical issues when we were all there.
None. It all
No.
worked perfectly.
So this is saying that we have to have another session then.
No, I think this is saying that Cat and Scott need to move to near here.
That would be dangerous.
We'd all be like a bus ride away from each other.
I wish.
Weekly babysitter. Every week we can all meet up and play.
What do you mean? If we lived that close together, surely we won't be playing once a week.
Hopefully not.
Oh,
What
fuck
do you
it.
mean it's your wedding day? You're playing D&D first.
Look, let's just not beat around the bush. Let's just all buy one giant house, and then we can just D&D forever.
If we all clubbed in for like a 20-bedroom mansion, we could all of our families and everything could just coexist peacefully.
I'm sure that would go great. It would be an easy
I'm
sell.
sure. I'm sure not one of our partners would mind, apart from Angela and Alistair, because they both play.
Mine might be quite
I'm
happy
sure
for some peace
Mark
and
and
quiet.
Liz and Kelly would all be quite happy for us all to live together in one giant mansion.
No.
It is loading. I'm just gonna roll a d20 while that. Well, I
Yeah.
would, but now I don't. See. Oh, there we go. Hang on 1 second. Come on. Yeah, man. It should roll through in a second. Whatever rolls through, just take 2 off of it.
Okie dokie. Well,
when it decides it wants to do it.
Sam
Just
and
assume that I failed, because I will.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Whatever that is.
10. So Sam and Dolly and Bogrud, you don't notice anything to begin with, but Greg with a 14, you think you see light coming from below the ship. A kind of green, blue, even pinks and oranges. You're seeing just like little specks of light glowing below you. And as you all start sinking lower and lower, as you're all preoccupied with being on a ship that's sinking down and down, and it's a new sensation for all of you. And Veer is just standing there with a smile on her face. She has done this dozens of times. This is how she's never ever been caught.
Oh, are we traveling through Northern Lights? You have Northern Lights underwater? I thought I was stupid.
What you can see there, Greg, it's bioluminescence. It's some of the plants down here. They seem to create their own light.
Seriously cool.
Very pretty.
Then the first thing you are all going to see as you're sinking lower and lower. That's your ship, by the way. You sink lower and lower, and then as you're getting closer and closer to the sea floor, you start seeing rocks and seaweed and other sea creatures, or sea plants, and you see a wrecked ship is what you do see as you're going down. It looks like a very, very old ship. It looks like it's been here for years. And Veer will just turn around to you and say, not long now. I don't know what we're going to find there. I mean, if the city is really here, we may be seeing something that nobody has seen for nobody living, as far as I'm aware, would have seen this.
If city just here, why you need us to come? Why you not go before?
As I told your friend, preparation is pretty key, and I wouldn't come down here without at least.
And you
some
don't have
kind of
your
help.
own friends?
I don't tend to have many friends, more associates, people who I will work with, like Dolly in here. We've done many jobs together, but I mean,
I bet. Hand, vein, mouth. Out of curiosity, what happened if I put my hand outside this bubble around ship?
if you try it in the right location, you will pass through the bubble and you will be swimming.
Greg wants to lean over the boat and just hold his hands out and try and like when you do out the car window, you ride the waves. I want to do that with my hand out of the boat.
So whereabouts are you trying it on the boat?
Wherever I'm stood.
Okay, that's useful.
I will say I am currently. I'm gonna say it's like here.
At the side, so
yeah, at the side.
You go to push your hand out, and you almost look like your hand kind of presses up against a solid surface here, and Veer will say, point to the front of the boat and say, you see that? And you do see the ballista that Dolian's definitely familiar with, sat there at the front of the ship.
Yeah.
There's a special, where the actual sign is that you saw, the glyph, that's the way out if you wish to put your hands out, and she will point to the front of the boat where you will be able to.
So I'm going to stand at the front of the boat, lean forward, and put my arms out to the sides.
Titanic,
Like
style.
Yeah.
Great minds.
Your hands pass through the bubble this time, and as soon as you do,
I'm just going to ride the waves with them. Just put my hands up and down, up and down.
they feel, as soon as you put them out there, that you could feel a temperature drop. It feels cold, but not uncomfortably cold. It seems like something you can manage. Almost as if this new clobber that Vera's given you is going to allow you to survive in these depths.
Yeah. So I'm just going to sit there waving my hands up and down in the sides from leaning on the front of the boat. I'm not going to say anything or do anything else.
And she will turn to you all and say, well, I'm afraid this is where we all have to take a leap of faith. We're going to leave the ship here.
You want us to go out in that?
Bogrud will yell cannonball and just dive out of the front.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
So you all, yeah, so at a minute, I imagine Bogrud is just kind of swimming, just having a whale of a time, just floating there.
Yeah, I reckon that on his journey he probably would have knocked Greg out with him, so Greg's out there too.
Bogrud just.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't cannonball off the side.
Greg was just going to tie himself to his rope and tie the rope to the thing and then go out after him. But if I've been knocked in, I've been knocked in. I'm just doggy paddling to try and reach the side.
You were stood at the front Titanic.
I was.
So I'm pretty sure that Bogrud would have just gone, "Ruh, cannonball," and just ploughed straight through.
So in that case, I can imagine I'm pretty much swinging off the front of it here, just holding on. And anybody that steps over its house probably going to step on my fingers.
I'm gonna try and launch myself into the water as elegantly as possible.
Sam is dolphin.
Well, I want to say no.
Belly flop.
Dan smashes his face off the side of the boat as he goes in.
Drops his new rapier to the seafloor.
No. Just damages his dignity.
Greg, upon seeing that amazing belly flop, is going to try and copy it. What is it? Be an acrobatics to try and copy, would it?
Yes, please.
He copies it bang on and smashes straight down on his belly, the exact same way that she did with a nat one.
Yeah.
No, it's not the little one.
That's fine.
So you've all jumped into the water, then, have you?
Mm-hmm.
It was my small one moaning through on this side.
That's fine.
You can hear it
wasn't
in
sure.
his mind. Yeah.
So Veer will, she will point to the rest of you and say into the direction that the map says, and she was going to shout and say, I will be with you shortly, but you've all jumped out of the bubble already, so she will be kind of pointing and say, that way, and try to make you aware. I mean, well, Dolly and you might know with Thieves' Cant and that, she'll give you a hand signal or two to say she will try and join you shortly.
Lovely. I'll just keep that to myself.
Yeah.
I've seen how many flips I can do in the water without stopping.
How many are you trying to do?
I'm just, while everybody's chatting and doing stuff, I'm just doing constant flips and roly-polies in the water.
Angela, you get rid of Greg permanently. I am leaving you.
I managed to do 2.
2. Okay, if it was any more than 6, I might have asked you to do a con save just to see if he didn't give you some. Yeah, you're going to throw up and fill your air pocket. But no, you guys, you swim in the direction that Via sends you.
Greg is just the softest maniac that's just ever.
Greg is good.
Yeah.
Greg does good things.
Brought to you by Patreon.
Stolen from Patreon.
Nice.
What you guys start noticing is there are just like blue and green lights that seem to be illuminating. It looks different. You're looking, it seems like it's a different world. The lighting's different, everything's different.
Jellyfish.
And then you start noticing bits of what looks like walls, and you start seeing ruins on this seafloor.
Ooh, what does that do?
Can I swim over to investigate this? This one's over here.
Yeah.
Getting the hang of all this.
I'm going to turn to who's next to me, Dolian,
13.
and I'm holding my breath, still not realising that I can breathe under the water now. And I'm trying to like point to where Sam's gone as if to say we should go that way. But I'm holding my breath and just pointing.
I was going to go, look here, retard, you can speak. Let's go.
Roll for how quickly Greg passes out after holding his breath.
There is rules, isn't there, for holding breath, though?
Yeah.
Is it con plus? Like, I didn't look into it because I gave you all the ability to breathe.
I think you've got about a minute.
Is it not? No, is it not 1 minute for your constitution or your proficiency? Add your proficiency bonus or something.
So I can't.
1 minute plus your constitution modifier.
Yeah, that you
So
can
I can hold my
per
breath for
minute.
3 minutes then.
Which I was thinking about leaving you without anything to breathe, but that'd just be boring.
That would be cruel.
But yeah, if you stop holding your breath and start breathing in water, you have 1 minute before you drown.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Neither did Bob.
But, right. Investigation 13. So you are looking and you see what looks to be man-made structures that have eroded and fallen away, and there's not much in that area. You can see broken walls and that, but it does look as if it's made not of traditional stone. It seems darker in color, just a darker stone.
Does it seem familiar at all? Is it anything that we would have seen on the surface? Or does it look kind of very different and alien?
It looks different to any cities you've seen, but at the same time, you wouldn't know if that's the way it was built or if the fact it's been under the ocean for a long, long time. Yes.
Can I have a look at these? What you said, the lights are that look like giant jellyfish.
Yeah, they're kind of like. Well, roll an investigation. We'll see what you actually notice. But so they.
Can I have a reroll?
To you, unless anyone was helping you look at those.
Did anybody help me? No, nobody did.
I'll give you a help.
So they look like sort of like mushroomy type plants, but they sort of like are glowing several different colors, but they don't seem to be moving apart from with the tide, and they seem to be just scattered around this area. But while you're over there in that direction, will you roll me a quick perception check?
I will. Fucking hell. Not very good.
No, so you notice these lights, and you kind of like trying to work out what it is, and you don't notice anything else going on at the moment.
Because these look like mushroomy kind of things, can I take a bite out of it?
No.
No.
Just a little nibble.
You could try to, but as you do, the mushroom is just going to be hitting the outside of the bubble. I'm guessing when you put your outfit, these new outfits on, you've attached your weapons to the outside of them.
Yep.
So
No.
nobody said that, but I will go ahead and say that's what Via told you to do.
Okay.
What a gracious DM you are.
I try.
Not a problem for Bogrud.
No.
Does it look like this is completely abandoned, or is there any evidence that anyone has been around this way?
Should buy that big mother trucker that's just appeared in the corner.
If you want to roll me another investigation, and we'll see what you are perception, whichever one you want to do. Just
investigation.
So you do notice things around that seem to, like you see discarded bits of like stones, maybe that don't look like they're in a natural formation. Apart from these things here, and maybe you see broken. You might see a spear or what do you call it? Tridents, and that you do see bits and bobs that seem to be scattered around, which you wouldn't expect to be there. You didn't see anything until you got to these ruins here, but you do notice movement.
Do I detect any magic around?
Magic. I don't think you sense any magic where we are at the minute. You just sense. Well, I would say with 13 there, you're looking around and you look at it, and you do see movement coming from the area where you do see a tail move into these ruin bits here.
I'm going to alert everybody else to there's movement over there.
Over where, Sam? Over where?
There, where the tail was. Just like pointing that general direction.
Right.
Bogrud, I would need a perception check from you, please.
Really? Is there any point?
There's always a point.
Not for Bogrud and not for perception. 1 second.
Where's the misco?
I mean, it's still a D20. It could be anything.
It could be an actual 20.
Which would be an 18.
I know. Still high enough. You never know.
Ooh.
Roll the 4. Well, 2.
So I would say you looking around, and as you're looking around, you hear Sam warning you of movement up ahead, and you turn and you're staring in that direction. You don't notice anything else.
Much up there, Bogrud?
I'm already looking at everybody else, so I'm not looking up there.
Do we head in that general direction and just investigate and let's see what's up? Greg's gone.
I've moved closer to the higher edge bit to see if I can see anything else where the tail was.
And I'm just going to follow just to make sure that Greg's okay.
I'm going to be moving over towards the thing, but keeping an eye on those two.
So
I've just noticed that my fingers have webbing.
As you swim past that building or that ruined bit on this corner here, Bogrud, I will say that you notice one of those in that room. If you roll me a quick stealth just to see how quietly you're swimming down here, I mean, I'm guessing you're not. Well, you can't make loads and loads and loads of noise, and there's the noise of the ocean.
So, are we moving closer?
Greg, what happened to you is your perception there of a 1 I know it's a 5, but I'm going to say what happens there is you start panicking a little bit as you're underwater, or you get too excited as you see the webbing on your fingers,
Yep.
and you start fogging up.
Fogging up a bubble.
Fogging up
Love it.
inside the bubble, and yeah, you don't notice anything. You can't quite see anything at the moment.
Oh, bane of my life at the moment. Fogged up glasses. Can't see where you're going.
Yep. Preach.
Okay, I can see Greg panicking, so I'm just going to go and try and move a bit closer to calm Greg down. Okay, it's okay, buddy.
Oh, I'm
it's
about
okay.
to. I'm about to get bummed.
I'm gonna say I don't hit her in the face, do I?
That will teach me to go to the bathroom.
I'm just going to look back at Sam and go, everything okay, Sam? And just kind of go thumbs up.
I did ask if Bogrud could do a stealth check just to see if he swims past without being noticed.
Do you know what? That's not a bad stealth for.
No, I will say you, as you're swimming past this opening here, you did. Well, let me get the right click here. You did notice, obviously, you see another large aquatic creature there, but it seems to be busy looking the opposite way as you swim by, and you.
I mean,
it doesn't notice
if Bogrud would have seen it, Bogrud would have stopped swimming and prepared himself to go and beat it up. So
Yeah, sounds like Bogrud.
You would have seen it as you swam past there.
All right, well, Bogrud would have stopped there and probably readied himself to go and batter the thing. So I'll just wait while everybody else does what they're doing.
Yeah. So you preparing yourself.
I'm definitely going to go giant and get ready to beat it up because at the minute it's a size bigger than me and we can't have that.
No.
Yes. So the tail you guys saw, it did look like a large tail.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, I'm just going to go over to here, seeing that like Sam's got everything under control with Greg, and have a little peek into here, into this building. Oh fuck!
These are ruins.
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker!
As you
I'm
look,
going to go pop my head through a window. Oh dear God!
as you look into that space, you do see a large creature. How would I describe it to you?
Like a giant fish man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring out my best Will Smith impression and go, "Oh hell no!"
Oh. Is it just described with 2 words? Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, it says here a tribe of merfolk found an idol of a demigorgon at the bottom of the sea. Not knowing what it was, they brought the artifact to their king, and everybody touched. So these are kind of like corrupted merfolk.
That's not good.
I come in peace.
I mean, I would zoom in. They do look quite cool. So you say, "I come in peace," and what you hear back is, and then we need to roll some initiative for anybody who's going to be getting into any sort of fights there. I mean, at the minute,
in a fight.
I know you don't.
Fine. Roll initiative. Oh.
Wow,
Me. I've done my normal. I've rolled a 2.
Oh.
what is it with... I tell you what is it with Evalthon and low rolls?
I know.
I
Right.
mean, it's not the crits that we had before, but there's been quite a few of them.
Yeah, it's DM magic.
So me a 2. Ooh. Yes, I can see what you mean. I didn't have it on the thingy. I was doing some other stuff. Dolly had a 4. Oh, Sam 15 and Bogrud also a 15, but as Bogrud has that belt of a initiative boost thing, it will allow him to go first. So we are first with Bogrud.
Are you there?
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
I had my mic pointed to the sky for some reason. 'Cause I've been sat here going, "Buh, buh, 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 buh," and it's like, no, nobody's answering my questions. Well, I said, because I swam up on this thing unseen, would I have a chance? Would I have had a chance to go giant before starting combat?
I like to say yes, so yeah.
Yay! Make me massive then. Means I've still got my bonus action.
I'm glad you're asking me to make you massive now and not when we were sharing a room.
Well, hey,
It
Oh!
may have sounded a bit different then.
I asked that question and just got no. No. Sorry.
There you go. I have made you considerably larger.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what we're fighting because I've not played with one of these yet.
It's a little smile there
good.
from Scott.
Which means
Yeah.
I can't secretly metagame in the background because I don't know what it is.
Hashtag no meta.
But I always do it in secret.
We would
I don't tell anybody
that
else.
game.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna rush the thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
no problem.
What could possibly go wrong? Stupid.
Let's
Roll
get
20,
out
I
there
hate
and
you.
swat it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That is Bogrud's approach to most things. Punch it in the face, right? So that's an 11.
So
I have a
You-
+8 to hit, which means I rolled a 3.
I will say, as you go to swing a punch, this first punch you don't take into consideration being underwater, and you swing and you miss.
Okay.
27
Okay,
will hit though.
Oh, yeah. See, that's 1 point away from a crit. Why couldn't that have been a crit? Because that would have been lots and lots of extra damage.
Yes, it would.
Well, that's 12.
Is it plus anything else or
No, just 12.
cool?
Because again, with my D12, I rolled a 3.
Oh. So you
terrible.
sneak up behind this aquatic creature that you've never seen before, and you punch it and you hit it in the side, and it kind of again hisses and squeals, and it turns around to face you, looking a little wounded, but still kind of turning around and looking menacing.
Cool.
Next up then is Sam.
So I'm going to swim up. Do I see the thing in front of me now that I've ascended to the top of this cliff?
You will see that there, and you will see it seems to be looking in that direction.
Okay, so has it seen me?
No, because it's looking in that direction. It's not looking at you at the minute. It seems to be staring at something going on over there.
Okay. It hasn't seen me. I don't want to do anything to it yet.
Actually, while you're there, just roll me a quick perception, just to see if you can see what it's looking at.
While she's doing that, I'm just going to go and sort the boy out. I'll just hold my action till I get back.
Okie dokie.
Good lord. I don't think I've rolled above like a 14.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
So what you see is you can just make out what looks like a smaller creature than that. And to your knowledge, this looks like something you've read about, or you've maybe heard about, but you've never seen. It looks like normal, well, say normal, but merfolk. It looks like a mermaid or a merman.
Okay, so
But it seems to be restrained.
I'm back.
Interesting. So I used about half my. Is this scaling up a cliff here?
Well, we're in water, so
Right.
you'd just be swimming at an angle, I would say.
Because I've used about half my movement so far. Would I have much movement left?
It's 30 feet in
Yeah.
total movement, so you still have 15 feet of movement.
So I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And I want to try and talk to this thing here.
Okay. I will say, as soon as you get that close, the big thing will turn to face you.
Yep.
And what are you saying to this mer person?
This mer person is, we're here to help. Do you need help?
Let me
Or
just
if
see
we
what
intruded, or if we intruded on something here?
Let me just have a look what languages merfolk speak.
Don't matter because I've got my amulet.
I know, but no, I'm just wondering. So they do speak common.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Even better.
So,
Or
and
the merfolk do anyway. Do the big ones?
yes,
They just
the
didn't
big
want
ones
to.
do not. Well, you haven't spoken to
No.
you yet. Sorry. I was gonna try and talk like this, but I thought I'd better not.
No.
I will
no.
come to Scunthorpe tonight.
But yes, so they will basically. They look terrified and please help us.
So the ability we have to talk to each other is only over a certain distance to my colleagues. It's not like the spell message. Is it just that we can hear each other as if we were standing close?
We've got built-in walkie-talkies.
I would say you can hear each other probably within. I will say, what would it be? I think
300 feet.
so. Then
300 feet.
300 feet.
Nice try.
I would say probably 30 feet. So your movement, if you move 30 feet away from people, you would be able to hear noise, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to make out exactly what's being said.
Okie dokie. I can't move any further. I'm gonna. So this, I can see the big monster thing above me, can I?
Yeah, because these rooms there's no roofs on them, and
Right.
there's like bits of the wall which have fallen away, so that it's like different heights, so it can see you and you can see.
Can I shout up to it? I just want to ask, what do you want here?
And you can speak all languages, can you now?
I believe it is, yes. I could let me. Do you want me to find out if there's any?
No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll go along with that. So So you're asking him what he wants?
Yes. What are you doing here?
We live here. This is our home.
What are we looking for again? We're trying to find a city. Can you help us find a city?
This is our city.
Why is
We've lived here for generations.
Why is this one tied up?
This one will be fed to our god, what we worship. You maybe it's second course.
Prime directive. I don't think so.
Buster.
I don't think so. I'm gonna kirk this shit. I mean, probably shouldn't interfere in the goings on of other species, but fuck that shit. So I'm going to say, I'm going to ask you to let this poor creature go and let us continue on our way.
What he will do, he will not say anything, but you will see him lift a harpoon and look towards yourself.
I'm going to say those words. Eldritch Blast!
Oh! The first one flies from Sam's arm, and it hits the wall just in front of this creature and misses.
Second one. Now, who wants to place a bet? Is this going to be above a 12?
Lower. We're going lower.
Lower. Right.
Lower than a 12. It's
not doing anything.
We don't want a pair because you don't get.
Building.
What is it? Pair? You don't get nothing for a pair in this game.
Not in this. And I'm rolling it from the wrong place. That'll be why. Ha ha.
Once again.
Oh, there
Lower
we go.
than a 12.
Oh!
9.
Oh, it was perception. So 9. That's shite. Rolled it for the second time. 10. What the actual fuck?
So the first one hits the wall, and the second one. Well, they'll both just fly over its head as Sam kind of. Again, I'll say adjusting to be in the water. So as he's put his hand up, it's caused him to move slightly.
Sounds to be like, that's a warning shot. Warning shots.
I don't do warning shots. Then after Sam, it is Greg's turn.
Can Greg see what's going on down there? Can I see that Sam's tried to fire at this dude?
It depends. Are you at the bottom of the sort of like dip, or are you swimming just along the?
Well, originally I was down here. I was actually looking at that, so I'd assume I was right down there at that, so I wouldn't see anything, would I?
I would say no. You don't quite see anything. I think you're close enough to hear what's been going on.
Right, if I heard it.
Yeah, you're close enough to hear that conversation.
I didn't mean to press that. I'll move up to about there.
Yeah.
So I'm still, because I'm swimming, I don't have to be actually on the ledge, do I?
No. You're kind of just treading water. Just you can see. You see Big Thing and Sam standing in front of it.
Okay. I only see the Big Thing, so I will do that. Methinks. Phantasmal Force. It's an intelligence save, DC 14 intelligence save from the monster.
Well, I rolled a 12.
Sweet. So what you see now is all the water is drying up around you, and there just seems to be a blaze of fire coming in your direction. But you see, literally, the water is just drying up all around you. It's not, but that's what you see.
No. Yeah, like you've put that in its head. Is that 6 psychic damage it takes? Is that then? Because it failed. I hope so.
I believe so, yep. Yep, the target must take an intelligence saving throughout the spell, say blah, 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 blah.
So it stood there, and all of a sudden, it just, like, in its head, it sees all the water start to disappear, and it seems he will himself lower himself, so he is now touching the surface. He's no longer floating because he thinks there's no water there anywhere. And he looks confused, and he does look a little bit scared. You say fire is heading towards him.
Fire's coming towards him, yeah. But
Yep.
in like the far distance, as it's drying up, it's setting a light behind it.
Okie dokie. So yeah, he sinks to the ground and starts like trying to get footing on the seafloor, thinking there's no water around him.
Sweet. So for the next minute, he can use his action to try and investigate. Otherwise, he just treats it as if it's really happening.
Yep.
Sweet.
Cool. Next, it's Dolian. So you swam across to this bit of building here, and as soon as you peeked in, you saw another one of these creatures, and it's staring straight back at you.
Does it look hostile towards me?
Yes, I would say at this minute in time, it's looking at you. You would say it's looking at you as if you are prey.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Colour Spray. And that should be linked in there, so I didn't get to roll 6 d10s.
I feel like an octopus. With ink spray.
6 d10s. Let's give me a second. D10. Oh, that's pretty shit.
Again, it's not even above a 12 in there. Well, it's D10, so I suppose it wouldn't be.
You got 2 nat 10s, 2 nat 1s.
There's balance to the force.
As all things should be.
Yeah.
Each creature affected by the spell. So that means it's 35 hit points as such, and it would affect, doesn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. You take 35 away from the creature's hit points. If it's equal or less remaining for the total creature, then yeah, basically if the creature's got less,
yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Except it's blinded.
So yes, he would be blinded, I think. So it doesn't. Does it have to, that 35? Does it have to knock its hit points down to 0?
Nope. It has to be equal or.
It will affect any creature up to 35. Like it works the same way as sleep. If the thing has got 35 or less HP, it's blind.
Okay, then. So it stares straight back in your direction.
So it's not blind.
It's not blind, then. No.
I'm going to dash the fuck away from it then, as my cunning action. So
dash the fuck away from it.
40, 45, 50, 55.
As he goes past me, I'm going to look at him and go, pussy.
Fuck you, Greg.
So as you go that way, though, then I would say as you get to where Greg is, you then see another one of those same creatures you've just seen. You seem to have swum away from one and straight into another one.
A little piece of my soul has just died. You know that feeling of dread you just wash over yourself? That's where I'm at right now.
I've got a quick question about these suits.
Yes.
Are they permeable, as in when we inevitably piss ourselves, does it just like disperse out and the water becomes warmer? Or does the suit kind of balloon out more with just the fear piss?
I would say it retains the water. These are kind of waterproof.
No.
So Sam's ankles kind of just bubbling up a bit.
No, that was for future reference. We're not there yet. Maybe Dolian is after seeing one and then seeing another one.
He's just brave enough not to piss himself, but it's more of a for fuck's sake moment.
He hasn't seen the other one yet, but Bogrud's dealing with that, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Well, you will all have noticed Bogrud is twice his size and looks large himself now.
Do you know what I've just realised? Scott's made an underwater campaign, so I cannot use my bag of tricks.
Well, it wasn't the idea, but when you said earlier on, "Oh, I've got my bag of tricks," I was like, "Yeah, I might not be able to use it at the minute."
Pull the tiger out of the bag, and it just instantly starts.
Unless, can you pull a shark out?
That's what I don't think. I think it's all land mammals, but I am looking.
Yeah, I was looking. There is a bag of tricks, not blue, but there's a bag of tricks for aquatic animals.
Is there?
Which I found, earlier.
Oh, wow.
But that's anyway, it was quite cool. It is my turn. So first things first.
You get one. Make
the
most of it.
well, let's start with the one that is currently looking around and seeing himself in nothing but ocean disappearing in dry area, and he can repeat the save, can't he? You said.
Yeah, but that's his action.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. I rolled a 2.
No, but it's still happening.
Yeah. So yeah, he's panicking and confused, and you see him kind of laying. He starts laying on the floor and starts trying to move away to where he can see water. So he's going to just start moving the opposite way. 5, 10, 20. So he's just going to start crawling out of this area here and just trying to crawl back to the water. But every time he moves and crawls, he notices that the water disappears as he's moving closer towards it. And
can I ask how Sam's looking at this point? Just seeing this creature backing off from her and I have no idea why.
Confused but quite relieved.
Sam stood there doing superhero pose, thinking it's him.
Oh, yes.
The one that is just being hit by Bogrud is going to counter him with a claw attack. So that's a 16.
Nope.
Didn't think it would. And then it'll be a bite attack, which is a dirty 20.
Nope.
So that one. Well, so did you say yes, didn't you? Yeah.
I said no, but it doesn't make it true.
So it. Oh, didn't get landed. So it bites you. You see it first of all turns and tries to attack you with its claw, which you're able to kind of move out of the way, and then it comes in with a bite attack and kind of tries to clamp onto your arm, and that is 7 points of piercing damage you get. But it's not going to pierce the armor at the minute because I don't want to drown you all in this.
Yet.
Then the other one will be the one that Dolly swam away from. He's going to start swimming closer to you. So 5, 10. So it gets to about there, and then it'll use his action. And it will swim and get next to both of you. And you can't understand what it's saying, but it's kind of hissing and in a menacing, almost like it's enjoying this sort of way.
One of those.
I'll stand here what it's saying.
Sam, yeah, you would hear, and he is like, it's lunch on the run.
Fast food. Not so fast.
Not so fast.
Is he just like going, do, I'm loving it.
Let me just check one thing, but maybe. Where this is going on. No, we are okay. You did swim closer, actually, Sam, didn't you? I did forget to show you something else, actually.
Oh, good. I'm
They're
sure,
not good,
I'm
it's
sure it'll
another
be
one.
wonderful.
So, it's lovely, honestly.
Yeah.
Ah.
I will say you notice 5 more merfolk are all kind of restrained and held in this room, which you would assume the monster that's just swam away was guarding or
Poor things.
watching. So, yeah.
They need a hero. Holding it for hero to.
Well, talk about heroes. We are going to go to a Bogrud shaped hero.
Oh,
I
now that's better.
First punch hits.
Still alive?
Yeah, yes, still alive.
Wow. Wow.
So, yeah, that will also hit. So, Bogwood has now got used to this being underwater, and this time he does the old famous Bogwood 1-2. You punch him twice.
Absolutely disgusting. That is literally on those 6s. That is the minimum damage I can do.
You rolled a 1 on both of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you punch it twice, and you see it start bleeding. You see kind of a bluey, blackish sort of blood start oozing from its face where you've punched it. It looks blooded. It looks very injured, but he's still not down.
I'm going to be annoyed that it's still alive, so I'm going to use my action surge and hit it again.
Understandable.
Again, that one hits.
Better,
There we go.
yes.
So punch him twice, and you see him bleeding and that. And then, as this thing's ready to attack you back, he doesn't see the third shot come in, and you punch him, and he does drop down, dead. Not drops down; he kind of just
What's up?
floating. Yeah, but yeah, he is now out, dead.
Right, I have one more attack left because of an action surge. I can use extra attack again because I used my action. So if I move, that's about 30 feet in giant size, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because and then that thing's what, about 15 feet away?
Yes.
I use my bonus action to activate my tattoo and punch the one that's between Sam and Doleon then.
Yeah, I mean it is much larger than, so if you aim above their heads, you can get a clean shot at it without hitting them too.
Come on, that one.
No.
That hits. Obviously.
Oh wow, that's maximum damage almost.
23 points of damage is it's 6 away from maximum damage on that. 29 would have been the most I could have done with that attack.
So this time, as you punch it and hit it for the first time, its nose explodes and blood pours everywhere. It looks extreme pain. It's in pain. It's blooded. It does not look happy. It did not enjoy that one bit. It thought it had some easy prey, and now he's just been punched so hard.
Bogrud got bit, and that made him very unhappy.
It would happen, yeah, I get that. But if that is Bogrud done, then we will move to Sam. So Sam's turn, but yeah, you would have seen Bogrud swimming across and taking a big swipe at this one that stood next to two of your other friends, while the one you saw first, you see on its belly, even though it's water surrounding it, it seems to be crawling along the floor trying to get away.
Okay, well, now that I can see these extra poor creatures all restrained, it's pissed me off now. Now I'm feeling the righteous anger of the hero that I want to be, so I'm going to swim up towards it and use my Fey presence. So I can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube to make a wisdom saving throw against my spell save.
So wisdom. I will badly.
Good.
So it is a 7.
Against my 14. Fails a saving throw or charmed or frightened. They're frightened until the end of the next turn. So that is that an action?
That would be an action, I think. Yes.
That's an action.
Yeah, as an action.
Yeah, as an action. Yeah.
Okie dokie. So that's the action I'm going to do, and make sure I stay between this thing and the other bit. So I want to kind of extra frighten it.
Yeah. It is like extremely frightened and confused.
Good. Actually, on for the rest of my movement, can I start trying to untie at least one of them so they can start trying to untie each other?
Yeah, you can use in your rapier or whatever you have. You can start trying to cut away at the bindings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my dagger because I think cutting with a long, thin sword isn't going to be too good. So
didn't know if you had a dagger on the outside of your suit, so I thought I would. Yeah. But yeah, you can start doing that, no problem.
Good stuff. That'll be what I can do.
Cool. So then we move.
Actually, can I, before I finish my turn, I've seen Bogrud charge across and do his wonderful damage, so I'm going to give him inspiration because it's so inspirational. So I shout a cheer as Bogrud comes flying into the battle. Have some
You
inspiration.
can. I mean, you're just in range for him to hear what you're saying, so yes, you can give him bardic inspiration.
You have a massive dong.
No.
Oh, did we not say last weekend that we want
It
to have
didn't
that brew
grow.
with him?
Oh, yes. Yes.
But no. So yes, Sam.
None of you are equipped to answer that question.
I don't know. Sam
You know
might
how
be.
you.
I'm sure Sam's got some historical measurements to compare against, but not that he wants to.
Love it.
So yeah, you see Sam is chopping, trying to cut these bindings. We are now with Greg.
Can I use an action to disengage?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know how that worked.
Yep.
So I use my action to disengage and get to there, and then I want to use my talking action to ask Sam, "Can you come and translate?"
Yes. Yep.
You can do it from there while you're cutting, I suppose.
Yep.
I just want to say we can make this stop. Tell us where the city of Agawon is.
I'm translating.
And
What
all
she
you
said.
will hear him do is scream, and he will get away from me. He's frightened. He's not going to be talking rationally. He just wants to get away.
Okay, well, I only get 6 seconds, so I think that's pretty much all I can do this turn.
No problem.
It's a concentration spell, so I'm assuming I can't really do any other spells around. That's why I disengaged.
Yeah, well, you can, as long as it's not another concentration spell.
Right. Oh, well, I used my action to disengage, so I'm done.
Yeah, no worries, Ed. So then we move back to Dolian. So the creature you swam away from is now swam up behind you.
Yes. So I'm just going to realise that I need to fight this thing. Just unsheath my short sword, and I'm going to use steady aim, and I'm going to go crit hunting.
Okie dokie.
Ooh.
I'll take the 21.
21 will hit.
How's he looking?
It's okay. So that mean won't be. Oh yeah, you've got advantage. Yeah. So
Advantage, yeah.
So what's that then? That's 23. So he's staring across at Bogwood where this big punch came from, this hit that hit him before, and he takes his eyes off you for a second, and as he does, you're able to puncture what looks to be a vulnerable area, and you are able to bring that beast down with one swipe of your short sword.
That's the power of friendship!
It doesn't understand what you're saying.
I don't care. Makes me feel better. I've just realised Dolian is literally stronger around his friends, so it's the epitome of friendship.
It'd do well not to piss us all off then, wouldn't it?
I don't need you to just choose to be around you. And I'm going to use my movement to kind of go over towards here and help Sam on my next turn. That's okay.
What gave you advantage on that last turn?
My steady aim.
So you can't move then, can you?
Oh, yeah.
Good point. Yeah, sorry.
I'm a fucking... Yeah, thank you for reminding me. You know?
No problem.
That's what I'm doing.
Thank you. So, yeah, you try to move, but you find yourself stuck. That sword is still stuck in the midriff.
Yes.
You'd probably get grief off me if you did that as well. 'Cause it's like, why are you helping her untie when there's another one here?
Because that one's running away.
It won't get far.
This one, again, it's not making its full movement because it's crawling on the floor still. It will try and save against the intelligence. So that is not going to do it because I think that's an 11.
Oh no!
Neat.
So, and also because it was frightened by Sam, it will have to use its full movement to
Get away from her.
get away from her. So yeah, it is just going to be heading.
I would say it'd still only have the half movement because it's crawling, though, wouldn't it? So that its full movement would still be the half, or
Yeah,
whatever
but
you get crawling.
It would use its action to dash to
Action to dash, yeah.
Yeah,
Get
so it's
far
going to
away.
try and move away as far as it can. So I'm going to put it there for now, and it's trying to get away because it is terrified of.
I think we've just created a phobia.
I love that spell better than Fireball.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that is its turn, and then we're back to the top of the round with Bogrud.
I can still reach. I'll use my action to dash.
Yep.
And
Just remember, as you're going towards it, it's seeing you coming out of like walking through fire and everything, just walking straight through it all.
Yeah, so I'd look absolutely badass. Actually, does the Bogopult work underwater?
Half distance.
Because if so, I don't need to dash. I can just catapult myself over there.
I would say you could use it, but yeah, it wouldn't go full range. So I don't know whether to go half or 3/4. So
Half is
3/4.
fine because it still gets me there.
yeah, I know. So yeah, so you can use the Bogopult here, but the resistance of the water will not get you as far as you would normally do.
So
Please
free
flap your
action
wings as you're doing it.
to Bogopult. I haven't got wings at the minute. I haven't used
No, your hands.
All right,
your web
just
fingers.
pretend. So that then it's free action in it to use an item like just a random item like that. That's it's not magical. It's just a pocket catapult.
It's quite magical, I wouldn't say, but no. I mean, I can't remember what we've said for that in the past, so I'll say yes for now, and then we
I just
can.
use it for shenanigans.
Yeah, so we'll say yes for now, and then we'll work it out ready
can
for the
always
next
retcon it
session.
later.
Yeah,
That's fine. Okay, it means it saved me having to use my action to dash, and now I can punch the guy twice.
yeah.
I almost feel sorry for this. Yeah!
So, I mean, that makes sense because I mean, I would have given you possibly advantage because it's crawling, so it's kind of half prone anyway.
I feel sorry for it now.
So yeah, that kind of hits.
I am unloading everything on it because it's
everything.
Everything.
Okay.
Literally everything. So I'm even going to use my flame shackles. I'm just announcing that now for the additional damage. I don't care if it's resistant to fire damage because it's underwater. I'm still doing it because I want to see how much crit damage I roll.
Cool.
Good rolls.
Unload away.
Wow.
That poor little fucker.
And it's still alive. He barely touched it.
Let me just do the math.
Holy shit!
Carry the one.
Got that one in there as well.
And the answer is
it's 63.
I was looking at my character sheet and I come back to that.
Little bastards.
So it's not enough to like permy kill it, but it is down. It is dead.
Jesus. How am I dead? Oh, come here.
Yeah, so I will say at this moment in time, you guys are out of initiative here.
Woo!
And that's why you don't fuck with Bogrud. That was fun. I never get to do those.
Great timing, though.
One shot kill. Yeah.
Oh, no. It had been 6 damage before.
It had taken 6 damage.
It had taken 6 damage. But yet we are currently then out of initiative. And you find yourself stood there, Sam in front of, and
I'll
now
be
Greg. Yeah, you see there with 6 merfolk all restrained.
But would Bogrud have known that they were friendly because he still has an attack left?
Yes, well, we are here, so
Sam has spoken to them, and they said they needed help. So
Does Bogrud know that?
you have to answer that. I can't tell you. I mean, you wasn't close enough. Oh no.
I mean, surely you can see Greg.
Yeah. But I mean, Doleon was just stood next to an enemy too.
Well, you could hear when.
I'm just messing. I'm not really going to attack the little.
I don't think you would have heard actually the conversation, because I think you moved to attack it and then you got bardic inspiration because you was close
I
enough.
think Bogrud would have seen that they were all tied up and probably figures things that are tied up most likely not a threat.
Yeah. So what we doing, Sam and Greg? Obviously, are we the obvious? We untying them?
Yes. And I can imagine they look upon Sam with awe after watching this thing crawl away, terrified of the life out of me.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's going on in my head anyway.
Andrew's just look after a little man, but I imagine that Greg would be helping.
Yeah. So you guys are untying these, whatever they're bound with. You see they kind of attached to the ground as well, kind of holding them in place. And as you untie them, they will ask if there were many more of us before. They've been taking us one at a time, and they've just taken one of us, one of our kind, just before you arrived here, heading, and they'll point north. Can you help us? Can you help them?
Of course we can help them. That's what we're here for. That and to look for gold.
Are you going to be helping as well?
What is gold?
It's just
Big shiny yellow thing.
Big shiny yellow thing on the surface.
Well, we can discuss that later. Let's make sure that you guys are all right first.
You will see that they've not been well looked after, as you can imagine. They're crammed into this little ruin of a building. Is Bogwood moving to the next map, Graham? I'll show you what's there if you wish.
But Bogrud heard they've gone that way, so he's just swam off after that way.
No, as I will be able to show you.
He's very much still in battle mode. So
yes,
he heard the enemies went up there, so that's what Bogrud would do.
So
I start calling him Big Rud when he's in giant mode.
Big word.
Big word. So what you see as you swim forward is you can see these here, and that one there, you do see it does seem to be dragging a merfolk along, heading into this direction.
Cool.
Are you anyone wanting to join Bogwood?
I would like to.
I want to make sure that these guys are okay, and if that's the way they're heading, then I'll swim with them to protect them.
Well, they
Or are they going to sort themselves out?
Yeah, I don't think they will want to follow themselves. I mean, they don't look fit enough to help. But we'll move Dolly in first, while you guys. We'll say you guys are untying and.
What have I missed? What have I missed?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. With untying the
Sweet.
merfolk, and Bogwood and Dolian have swam ahead because they indicated that one of their kind had been taken away, moving forward. So you can see everything on there, can you, Ali?
Yes.
So yeah, you see this one here seems to be sort of like moving and dragging as you can drag underwater, but against its will, moving it in this direction.
Okay.
But I think that does sound like a perfect time with it being 11 o'clock now to wrap
Amazing
it up
timing.
for tonight.
Perfect.
And as soon as we kick off next session, we will finish off this underwater odyssey.
Sweet.
Yay!
That was a
Just so-
ride of a session.
Just so I know where we're starting next session, have you managed to get any of these untied yet?
Yes,
Yeah.
you was helping untie as well.
Sweet, so I'll be on my way up to the others. As long as one's untied, they can untie the rest.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
so I know where we are next session. Thank you.
Oh,
Cool.
well, I tell you what, I will move you across to the map so you can see what's in store for the next session then.
Ooh, bonus.
Go on then. Can you do me as
So,
well?
okay.
I hope.
So you've
Ooh,
left a couple of them
seem pretty blue.
untied, and they're helping each other out. This is... So you do see this. This is a merfolk up here that seems to be being like pulled all against its will, looking terrified. You can hear squeals, and it's heading into this sort of direction there.
Sweet.
But obviously, you do notice these other guys here.
Phantasmal force. Yeah, no problem.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing.
What we will finish this one off next session,
Yeah.
That's right.
and then see where that takes us.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That was amazing. So much fun. Lovely to see you all again.
Oh,
No.
and yourself.
Nice to see your faces.
Yeah,
That's all we get now.
I know.
so
That
you're
hot.
allowed.
Right then. Evening all. I'll
Yes.
see
Ciao
you
for
then.
now. See you next
this-
week.
See you soon.
Bye.
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 Oh no, my bracelet's getting cold.
Oh, no. Bye.